Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Compact Claustrophobia. How you guys doing? I'm doing pretty good myself, actually, thanks for asking. So I know I said we're playing Compact Claustrophobia, but it doesn't really look like it. That is because, if you don't remember, on the last episode we escaped the Bedrock prison. And I am just out here, walking around, enjoying the view. And now that I think about it, so really the only two mod packs I played in a long time have been GT&H and this one. And Compact Claustrophobia is a little funny because you don't actually spawn in a world like this. And for GT&H, I started that playthrough like almost 2 years ago. And since then, I haven't really spawned in a normal world like this. So this is like a very nice, refreshing reminder of how simple Minecraft can be sometimes. Like look how pretty this is. Very simple. Anyways, let's figure out what we're going to do for this episode. I did mention I want to start working on Galacticraft. I think this is going to happen, but before I do that, I actually wanted to do these two quests over here, Skulls from Hell and Boss Fight, because I was looking through the items and it looks like there's actually a flight token and you need a nether star for this. I've played with this around a little bit in single player, and yeah, you just have it in your inventory and it gives you creative flight. And I think if we have this, it's going to make our life so much easier. So I think that's the first thing we want to accomplish today. So there's two ways to go about this. One of them is to, of course, just go to the nether and find wither skeleton skulls and take them out vanilla style. But the other method is to just use miniaturization to craft this. And this is not bad at all. We have coal being automated from all that picking that we did earlier. So we should be able to craft this. It also kind of reminds me how I play most mod packs, where I try to rush creative flight as fast as possible. Being able to fly around makes things so much easier. I didn't really focus on it on this mod pack because, well, it's you don't really need to fly, right? That's what ladders are for. The other thing I have to focus on is actually getting soul sand. Again, we can go to the nether and just find this in a nether fortress, or actually spend a little bit of time sifting dirt. So I think this is what I'm going to do. We are kind of rich. I could just make a lot of sieves and do this just fine. So we'll go ahead and do that. So just a quick reminder how to get soul sand. It's kind of a little bit of a process. You have to put witch water into a barrel with sand, and to get witch water you have to put ancient spores with the water bucket in a barrel. And to get ancient spores you have to use dirt in a string mesh in a sieve. So we're going to go ahead and just put a 5x5. I'm going to need just 4 soul sand, I think is all I need. I should probably get another one for nether wart, because I will need nether wart at some point. Yeah, we have plenty of ancient spores. We're going to stick with this for now. And then I'm pretty sure all we need to do is place a barrel, water, right-click it with the ancient spores, and then that's our witch water. And then rinse and repeat. And then to get the soul sand, we just have to give a barrel, witch water, and sand. There we go. The wither skeleton skulls, all the pieces should be in here now. Yes, they are. And we're going to have to build a structure. I'm not done yet. Remember how I said I'm not very good at building things? Well, we're back. This one looks a little more complicated, I think. Actually, no, it's super simple. What am I talking about? It's just a big square. I gotta say that this is such an interesting way to make wither skeleton skulls. I've never had to do this before. I still can't move this little UI around. It's not very nice. Yeah, that looks like that's it. So just so I don't have to do this again, I'm gonna copy paste it. Now you are copied, and I should be able to drop a blaze powder in there. There we go. Our first skull. Spooky, scary skeleton. I forgot that was the name of the achievement for this. And there we go. 3 skulls. I'm not going to just place it in here. I think what I'm going to do is cheese the fight with a couple of bedrock. I think we can do this with maybe just a single bedrock. So I'm going to admit that I'm too lazy to go all the way back to the prison and pick up more bedrock, but there is a little something that I wanted to try. It's this bedrock infused obsidian. I don't really know what it does, but I'm hoping it's unbreakable to normal things. If it is, then we can actually just cheese the wither skeleton fight with what we have on hand. So I'm going to borrow the maximum size compact machine room, and this is how I'm going to set this up. Now, I have to admit, this little setup did work in GT&H. I don't know if it's going to work here, though. One way to find out. But the idea here is that you cover up the bottom of the spawn. So you make it like this, and then you just have to put an unbreakable block, I think right there. And I think this is all you need. So these blocks on the bottom are unbreakable, so I don't have to have like another piece of bedrock. I'm assuming this is unbreakable by normal mobs. I hope it is. Worst case scenario, I can always just escape while we're fighting. I guess one thing I should do is grab some milk just in case. And let's make a couple of golden apples because we're rich. If I want a stack of golden apples, I'm going to have a stack of golden apples. So let's give this a try. I don't think I'm going to need ranged weapons, but I guess we'll see, right? And if things go horrendously wrong in here, I don't actually need this room for too much else. Hopefully it works. It did work in 1.7. Hopefully it works in 1.12. It didn't build. I think it's because the bedrock is too low. Let's try moving the bedrock one block up. This looks very suspicious. I have no idea if it's actually going to work. One way to find out, right? No? I'm going to try this. I need to be able to cheat this. I gotta show it. Here we go, because I'm pretty sure whenever you build the wither, it drops straight down. I guess this also shows you, like, how little vanilla rules I actually know. I've played so much modded. Okay. I think this is where I wanted to place it down. That's probably an issue. We'll see. I'm gonna fight it here. I don't care. He might be able to escape. No, he can't escape. He can't escape. You're stuck there. You fool. Oh, he broke those blocks. Okay, come on. I might need a bow and arrow or something. Nah, I'm out. You win. Is he still mad at me if I go in there? So I'm pretty sure it would have worked if, instead of the, I guess the bedrock infused obsidian. So this, confirmed, this doesn't protect against wither explosions. That's good to know. Let me try one more time. He's so mad. Get down from there. Yeah, I need like a ranged weapon. No, there's no way he's coming down from there, right? He just refuses to come down. Oh, I hit him. And I think I just have to run around and swipe at him whenever I have enough. Whenever I'm able to, right? I can do this. And I was thinking about it. Maybe I should build it in a low compact machine, one with less space, just in case this messes up. Nope, I'm out. Okay, slight change of plans. I'm actually going to go exploring a little bit because to me, I need a ranged weapon. And the only ranged weapon I can think of is just a simple bow and arrow. But there's no way for me to get feathers without killing chickens. And I'm not going to kill the one chicken we have in our base. So I'm going to explore for some chickens. Another option, get enough leather for a book so that I can make an enchantment table and enchant a bow with hopefully infinity. So I don't need any arrows in the first place. So we're on the hunt for either some chickens. Oh, there's chickens right here. I need feathers, sir. And then maybe some cows would also be a good thing. One of the cool things about being a nomad. I don't have a home, but that kind of means that everywhere is my home. So as long as I have my trusty normal compact machine with me, I always have somewhere to go home to. So I wasn't able to find any cows at all, but I did find 21 feathers. I hope this is enough. I just need enough to be able to kill the wither. Yeah, that's over a stack of arrows. I think we'll be fine. And also just in case, I might as well make the diamond reinforced compound bow because I can and we have enough diamonds. I might as well. I don't know how much better this is compared to the vanilla bow, but why wouldn't I make this? You do accept regular arrows? Yes, you do. All right. We're going in. Just do a little bit of squats before you go in there. Oh, now you're on the floor. Never mind. Okay, this is a much better idea. I was thinking of going down the rabbit hole of getting infinity, but this is just a much better thing. Alright, you're done now. I'm done, actually. Chill. No. Recover health a little bit. Is this an unfair fight? Yes, it is. But I've been here long enough. Give me flight. I need to escape. This is the most scuffed wither fight I've ever done in my life. Anyways, we should have enough for the flight token. Never mind, we need feathers. So I don't know if it needs to be in the hotbar. Like, it just straight up gives me creative flight. That's so helpful. Fall damage? No fall damage, it looks like. That's really important to know. But does it need to be in the inventory or the hotbar? It can be in the inventory as well. I guess I'll just leave it right there. So before I actually get into Galacticraft, I think what I want to do is just complete all of the random little quests that I kind of either forgot to do or I lost because of the weird questbook glitch that I've had before. So let's go ahead and take care of this. It really took me this long to make a wooden shovel. Okay, the first page is pretty much complete, except for this one weird quest, the pufferfish and the redstone block. It doesn't really tell me how to get pufferfish. I'm not going to fight Elder Guardians for this, or Guardians at all. I don't think I want to do that. So I think we can fish for it. There's actually a little block that I probably should have made a while back. But there's one of these machines here. I think it's Aquatic Entangler. Yeah, catches fish and other aquatic life. It basically fishes for you. So I'm going to make one of these, and I hopefully be able to use it to actually get a couple of pufferfish. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I should be able to just put this over a water source. We'll go right here. Captures assorted aquatic life. Use bait to boost production. Must be placed in a body of water. Oh, I think it has to be inside the water, right? So if I place you in there, will you work? It is moving, so I'm pretty sure it's actually working. All right, we'll set the output to the top. Put the strong box above it. And it says here I can speed it up with some bait. What kind of baits do we have? There's no bait. What kind of bait do you want? Use bait. I am spelling it correctly. Oh, you know what? I think it's chow. So let's try to craft a couple of these because, again, I don't have nether warts. So let's get some nether wart because I do need this for another quest. So this one is just soul sand. 10% chance, though. I'm honestly thinking it's probably better to just go to the nether. We have flight. Let's do it. Let's do some exploration somewhere. Let's go to the nether, see what kind of treasures we can find. Man, I'm all excited for this because it's just exploration in a pack like this. I haven't done it, right? I've been stuck in the same, like, literally the same block space, like, almost the entire pack. So I'm ready to stretch my legs. So let's go. Let's go look for some nether wart. And of course, you spawn me in a cave. How do I get out of here? Oh, ew, we have the 1.12 nether. I haven't seen this in a while, because even in GT&H is 1.7, but I have the modernity texture pack in there. So I actually have, like, the 1.16 netherrack textures, which look a lot smoother and don't make your eyes bleed like these do. But, you know, that's still kind of the charm for this version of Minecraft, so I can't really complain. What I can complain about is how am I going to get out of here? Well, so much for exploration. Just when I thought I'd be able to stretch my legs a little bit in a new dimension, I get put right back into another box. I can't really escape, can I? Oh, we made it. Here we are. All right, let's go. I shouldn't be so bold to travel out because I don't have waypoints like I usually do in other mod packs. So I guess we're just going to have to do the old-fashioned thing of keeping track of where my coordinates are. I'll just type them in chat. So we're at -10, 71, -11. Okay. Let's go look for a nether fortress because if I want nether wart, that would be a good place to get some. So I'm looking at this, right? And the industrialist in me is thinking about something. Can I pump all of this lava? Because there is that one quest that asks for like 1,000,000 millibuckets of lava. Is there like a pump here? Fluid pump from immersive engineering. This might be what we have to use to pump this. I don't really know how it works though, but it's just something to think about for later. There it is. Nether fortress. We've made it. So really all I'm looking for is nether wart. There's that one room that has nether wart. It's kind of like a staircase. I'm just going to look for that and then dip because we don't really have anything else that we need from here. Yeah, I don't think there's any nether wart here. I've been flying around for a little bit and I can't seem to find that one room that has a nether wart. Actually, there's another fortress over there. I see it. Corner of my eye. Let's see if this one has it. Oh, there it is. Found them. I'm just gonna get a bunch of you. I think I should be able to produce this in a phytogenic insulator, right? Yeah, okay. So we have an infinite source of netherwort now. Sweet. And let's check out our little fisher. I mean, it works, but not very fast. But this is a major reason why I want netherwort to speed this up a little bit. Make some aqua chow. Alright, I got the rich aqua chow. I'm going to make a stack of it, see how much this improves our little setup here. Now, let's put a couple of these, see how fast it actually works. Wrong spot. It has to be in the fisher. I mean, I already see an extra one. Oh, you want to fight? Got nothing on me. I'm surrounded by bedrock. It's actually not very good armor. For some reason, it doesn't actually cover all 10 bars. So it's actually slightly worse than diamond. It just has more armor toughness. But let's be honest, I don't think anybody actually knows what armor toughness does. I guess I'll just leave this for a while. Hello, sir. I remember you. You were in the first glitch compact dimension. That's right. But that whole setup should give us a pufferfish over time. At least I'm hoping it will. But let's go ahead and continue with the rest of these quests. Got a couple of checkmark ones, but really the rest of them are like crafting random things. So I'm going to take care of this off camera, and then if there's a weird one, I'll bring it up. And by the way, this is exactly why I needed the netherwort. It's for the capability proxy. Some blaze powder might motivate a trapped chest to go on and about. Give it a go. Remember, mimics can only be made from trapped chests. We'll put it right there. Right click. Oh, there it's an animated chest. You're named too. You didn't give me any shulker shells. How dare you? I have flight in your face. You can't hit me with levitate, but you can't stop me from getting any more shulker shells. How dare you? Oh, there it is. That was my 5th one. Jeez, took too long. So I guess one thing I can bring up is I didn't really want to show all the quest completions on camera because there's quite a lot of random little things we haven't done. And really all I have to do for stuff like this, for example, the chemical reactor, I just have to set up a pattern and then craft it. I don't feel the need to show all of these quests. And look at that, another chemical reactor. That's so funny. But if you did want to hear some quest completion ASMR, feel free to let me know. And I will comply for next time. But I guess this is also a really good example of how I typically play questing packs, where I tend to skip a lot of the quests because I notice that I want something, and then I just follow NEI or JEI to get there. And then I look at the quest book and realize, wait, there was an entire quest line for this. So pretty much every single thing here was for me to get dash picks. Yeah, I completely skipped over it. Oh well, that's just how I play. Yeah, I really don't want to make another arc furnace. This is one of the quests that got reset, and it's going to be so annoying. So I think what I'm going to do is just break this one. Yeah, I don't like breaking things, but I'm going to have to do this. Aside from that, we pretty much have this quest line to complete. I just wanted to talk a little bit before I actually did this off camera because I don't think anyone wants to see all of this little bit on camera. It's a lot of random things. But I just wanted to bring it up because I've never really played with computer craft or open computers, right? Yeah. It might be a really good way to do logistics and control, but it's just not something I've ever done before. Maybe one day I'll try to dabble in it because I do know a little bit of programming, and I'm pretty sure there's some fun stuff you can do with this. And there we go. So now we have the second page completed. And the next step are the chapter 3 quests. These shouldn't be too bad. Unfired Crucible, this is another example of me missing a quest. So this is one of the weird quests that I'm seeing. It's to make an advanced item filter. We gotta do some weird things to this. We have to have an item with at least 1,000,000 RF charge, place down a strongbox, we need a simple filter, and 4 zombie flesh inside it, and then we right click it with the charged item. I guess we'll try to make a flux capacitor. How much did it need? 1,000,000, right? This should be enough. So let's do it in here in the Wither arena. So we just right click a strongbox. We put rotten flesh and a basic item filter in there. And then right click with the charged item. Oh, there it is. Another weird thing we have to do is slime blocks. into blocks of emerald. I did say a couple episodes ago I didn't want to do this, but now I have to do this. Okay, you guys are starting to get in the way. Please excuse me. I don't want to hurt you. Alright, you asked for it. And then to actually build the thing, it's just it's a 5x5 or a 3x3? 3x3 of slime with a piece of graphite in the middle. And emerald block. Yeah. Thank you. Next up is mineral saplings. So I can either use resonant ender or, check it out, I can just step outside of our box and go pick it up. Oh, look at that. There's a tree right here. So I can actually just pick this guy up. There's the sapling. Thank you. Pufferfish? Oh, we got 2 pufferfish. Thank you. I completely blanked and went to the nether. I had no reason to come over here. I meant to go inside the box. I guess this goes to show you how much autopilot I'm in right now. So then we have Logic Director over here. This looks a little bit kind of weird, actually. I just need one of you, right? I don't really know how to get crystallized chorus chunks. I might need to get into a little bit of integrated dynamics for this stuff, though. Integrated dynamics is one of those mods that people either really hate or really like. There's no in between. I actually really like it. I just didn't really use it because of the high, entrance costs to play with the mod. And by the time we got to this point, we already were very established with refined storage. So I didn't really have a reason to get it. But if it forced me to use integrated dynamics early on, I would have absolutely used it. It can get a little bit confusing, but once you actually get the hang of it, it's not too bad. I guess we can talk a little bit about how to get into integrated dynamics. It all involves the mineral tree. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and grow it a little bit here. And with the mineral wood that this gives you, normally you're supposed to use the squeezer that's part of the same mod to get the mineral resin, and then you can solidify it in a drying basin to get the chunks. But we're kind of a little bit lucky that we have thermal foundation here because we can actually just throw this into a fluid transposer to get this stuff. I'm going to borrow this guy over here, but we have to set it to empty. But in order to solidify it, we do need the drying basin still. And then later on, you can even upgrade it to the mechanical one, but that's what the mineral is going to be for. I may have made 53 drying basins to speed this up. I didn't mean to make this many, but I won't complain. It'll help us out, right? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. So much faster. Okay, we have all of the mineral we actually need to craft the squeezer now. So there's a clear sign that a player is about to beat a mod pack. And that is when stuff is just thrown all over the place because we're just trying to beat it. We got little care for organization. Anyways, we can put the squeezer, I guess up there, right? Yeah, so you get power, and I forgot what that was for. Crystallized chorus chunks. That's right, because we need to put popped chorus fruit into the squeezer, which means we need this stuff, which means we need the chorus flower. And we can get this through melons and resonant ender. So this is a whole thing. Melon seeds, I think I have. No, how do I get this? Sieving crushed endstone. So what I'm going to do is just make like a stack of endstone. And then we have a bunch of sieves as well. This has to be in an iron stiffened mesh, and we have a chance of getting a couple of melons out of this. And of course, in a late game player fashion, I'm just going to put stuff wherever. I guess vein miner doesn't work. I don't know, maybe I'm lucky with 12. It is like a 15% chance. Oh, we got some. Okay, it worked out. We just need one, and then I can mass produce it in the phytogenic insulator. And then we just have to throw the melon inside the resonant ender. Now, if you didn't know about it, if you touch it, you actually teleport. Oh, I thought it would. I guess not. That's fine. But that's going to give us our chorus flower. And then I can put this guy over here to get even more chorus flower. Because miss me with growing it the vanilla method. It's going to take forever. But anyways, we cook the chorus fruit. And then throw this into the mechanical squeezer. And we have crystallized chorus chunks. And finally, the logic director. Yeah. A little bit of a rabbit hole for something that I'm probably never going to use. But this stuff is really strong. Actually, no, I might use this. This thing is probably super useful. There must be a reason why it asks for a bedrock pick. I think I can do some kind of mining with this, but I'll return to this whenever I run out of options to get like mass-produced diamonds. That might be helpful. And I guess this quest is never gonna like stay finished. I don't know. Anyways, on the dynamics of integration, probably the most confusing book of all of modern Minecraft. If you don't know what you're looking for, it's kind of a confusing book, but I have found use out of it before. But I probably won't be using too much integrated dynamics in this playthrough, I don't think. But that should be quest page 3 completed, which finally brings us to extreme agoraphobia, Galacticraft. Wait, no, never mind. I'm going to stall a little bit longer and try to complete these glitched adventure quests. And I'm pretty sure we should be able to cheese them as well, now that we have creative flight. I think for the first one, it's going to be really easy. So which one's the first one? This one. Oh, no, I guess it's not this one. Oops. I don't think my inventory gets deleted. No, it does not. Okay, I get it back. What happened there? You guys are seeing that, right? What is that? I have no idea, but don't touch it. Probably gonna break something. So, I guess we have an issue. So whenever I use this Team Islands command, it teleported me back to the bedrock box, which doesn't have our compact machine. And I don't exactly know where it is. And it's thundering and I'm scared. Now, I'm pretty sure it's this direction because I know I was swimming out here when I started off. What is going on with the thunder? Relax. I think there's this mod, Dynamic Surroundings or something like that. It's what enables all of the sounds whenever you swap your weapons and whatnot. That's what's causing all of that thunder, I guess. But I don't know why there's so much thunder than usual. I've never seen it like that. Oh, there it is. Found it. All of the random quests over here, I'm pretty sure you can actually cheese this. You know, these are all retrieval tasks, and I don't think it really checks if you're in the dimension. Okay, I don't think it works because it says I have to discover the location. So maybe if I visit the location each time, then it'll probably work. But we've already done this before. I forgot what episode it was, but we've already did all of this. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of cheating. I don't really like doing that, but just to complete these quests a little faster, I hope you forgive me for that. But how about this? I'll meet you in the middle and actually complete the first compact machine, which is not that difficult because I can actually fly now. If you guys don't remember, this one was relatively simple. You just have to sit on top of all of these Futura blocks. There's one right there at the start. One of them is way high up here. Yeah, right there. I forget what episode it was, but I still remember trying to parkour up this water and doing this little parkour map over here. I had the time of my life over here. It was really tricky doing that. Still remember that. Good times. And there's another one over here. And actually, now that I have flight, maybe we can see this like other secrets of this dimension. So this isn't a total waste. This one right there, and then the last one was right over here. Detect? Okay, I just didn't discover it. So I'm kind of curious. What's over here at this island? We can't actually get to here without flight. I don't want to check this out if there's any secrets over here. Doesn't look like it. But this would be a perfect spot for secrets if there was one. No, I think there's another island somewhere in the distance. Doesn't look like there's another island, but maybe at the very top, because you're not actually able to get here normally either. No, doesn't look like it. Oh well, I try to find secrets. And I guess just to show you guys how I'm going to manually complete the quests, you can turn on Better Questing Admin Edit running this command. Open the quest book, and then I think if you click Designer, and then Manual Complete. I think this should work. Yeah. So we did all of this. It's on camera. And then done, back, and then turn off Better Questing. Right there. Okay. So a little bit of lore drop. There was a time where I tried to make a mod pack for 1.12. Like I had attempted some kind of extra pack revolving around chickens, and it did use Better Questing as the questing mod. That mod pack didn't go really far. I think I made one chicken, and then I was like, I'd rather play the game than make a mod pack. It was a couple years ago too. Don't exactly remember what it was, but it was pretty fun trying to figure out the questing mod. But anyways, everything else should be completed. This stuff is, just checkmark quests as well. But every single thing except for challenges and extreme agoraphobia is now completed. So we can get into this now. Okay, so if you haven't played Galacticraft, it is one of the mods of all time. And really the whole idea with the mod is, you have to build this NASA workbench and you use this to build some rockets and you get to travel different planets. I think base Galacticraft, which is what this mod pack has, only allows you to get to tier 3, I believe, or tier 2 rocket, which means we'll be able to go to Venus, I think. I don't actually know. We'll have to play around with it for a bit, maybe even get to the asteroid belt. So this is the first thing we're going to have to craft, and in order to get this, we need 2 machines, a circuit fabricator and a compressor. And my suggestion about the compressor is to immediately make it into the electric one as soon as possible, because you have to use like furnace fuel to get this to work. An electric compressor is twice as fast, and you need electricity for this. So we want to get into this as fast as possible. So let's set up some recipes for this stuff. And the first thing we're going to craft is the circuit fabricator. So this is used to make a bunch of wafers, and these are used for all the other Galacticraft stuff. So the compressor needs a basic wafer, for example. I promise you on the next episode, we're actually going to build a little something, like a little bit of a processing area to deal with Galacticraft stuff. And the main reason for that is, how am I going to launch a rocket in this box? You can't really do that. So yeah, I'm going to build like a little launch pad for all the processing stuff. But right now, I just want to get the NASA workbench going. Okay, so we do need to consume diamonds for this stuff. Good to know. Tasty wafers. Not that kind. Don't eat them. But this should mean we actually have enough for a compressor. Yep. So next thing I want to do is go straight into the electric compressor, because this is going to be twice as fast. So we're just missing a wafer and these compressed plates. It's just a pair of 2 ingots together to make 1 plate. And I think a lot of people have issues with this, me included. You can't put 1 stack at a time. The compressor won't recognize this as a recipe. You have to have 2 of them. I think if you put another item in there, it breaks. Yeah, so it has to be separate, because if you look at the recipe, it's 2 different stacks of items. And then we craft the electric compressor. Galacticraft machines are a little weird because their power is sided. I can't just plug power into any part of the machine. It has to be a specific spot. So wherever you see that green square, that's where power would go. But just to show you how quick it is compared to the other one. I mean, I think it's the same speed. It's just that it produces 2 of them at a time. But we have enough compressed steel, hopefully for the NASA workbench. Try to craft this guy. There we go. And we have the NASA workbench. Space engineer. So, yeah, these quests are not exactly detailed. I guess we have to figure it out ourselves, how to travel to each of these planets. But yeah, I have to go to the moon, which is tier 1. Mars is tier 2, and then Venus is tier 3. It's a good thing that I actually know a little bit of Galacticraft already. And so I guess I'll be able to help explain how that goes. I guess I'll put that guy over here. I will set up a launch pad in the next episode so we can have like a proper place to leave the overworld, because I don't think it's going to work inside that box, and I'd rather not, because I've had rockets explode. It's not fun, especially in GTNH where they're super expensive. But we'll go ahead and wrap up for this episode. So it was a little bit of a quest heavy episode today, and I do have to apologize for that, but it is a good learning lesson for me. I think moving forward for my Let's Plays, I'm going to be completing more quests on camera and also in order, so that I don't skip entire pages at a time. So that we avoid situations like this, where we just spend a lot of time just completing quests. A little bit of questing here and there isn't bad though, but it's just what I was thinking. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be working on Galacticraft next episode and focusing on getting to those 3 planets and completing that quest page. And another thing I was curious about is this astro miner. This is something I've never actually built before. I don't really know what it is, but if this is one way we can get automatic diamonds, then I'll definitely look into this. And it's also something new to play with, which I always appreciate. But anyways, that's for next time. For now, take care, and I appreciate your time and support. Have a good day. Bye-bye.